Welcome to Access Point. Access Point is a new on-demand business education tool being developed for use by small businesses across the District of Columbia. Access Point is brought to you by the DC Department of Housing and Community Development, DHCD, the DC Department of Small and Local Business Development, DSLBD, District Bridges, and the Rhode Island Avenue Main Street.
Hey folks, welcome back to another episode of Access Point. We are going to be talking to a creative talent today. But first, as always, I want to thank our sponsors, the Department of Small and Local Business Development, the Department of Housing and Community Development. It's their grant dollars to us that help produce this show, and it helps us support businesses up and down the Rhode Island Avenue Main Street corridor and throughout the District of Columbia. So a big thank you to DSLBD and DHCD. As you can tell, we are, or maybe you can't tell, we're coming to you from remote locations, not in the studio as normal because of COVID and social distancing. So everyone here is in a remote location, coming into the magic of technology. And obviously from the great talents and technology of Studio 202. They are the group that normally produces our podcast, and we could not be doing this without them. So a big thank you to Ron Dixon and Rodney Yarbrough at Studio 202 as well. So today's show, we're talking to a wonderful creative person based out of east of the river in Ward 8, and Renata Phillipe from Black Squirrel Company. Welcome, Renata.
Hi, thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. You've got some amazing products that we can't wait to showcase, and you're also doing some amazing work in pivoting your business model for this new, what we hope is a temporary normal. So you're a designer, Renata. Let's talk about how Black Squirrel Company got started.
Black Squirrel is actually my third design company. I actually went to college for design. Black Squirrel started back in 2014. 2014, I was living on the Eastern Shore. I had completed grad school, a portion of grad school, and I just wasn't finding that creative outlet at my then current employer. And I just started making small accessories and having little parties to sell the accessories. And actually, if you go on YouTube, you can see one of my first interviews back when I first started that company, this company. So we've been doing small accessories and home products, quilts specifically, pillows, curtains, but those items are usually custom. But the small accessories, I have those for purchase on Instagram and Facebook and my website.
Great. And how long have you been doing this? I know you went to school for it, but when did Black Squirrel Company get started? For real.
For real. So I like the joke I have is that I started Black Squirrel back in 2014, but I became right with DC in 2018. So I have all my papers.
There we go.
So my licenses and everything else. It's not a side hustle anymore. This is a full-grown business. I made the jump from having a boss to being my own boss. And it's pretty scary, but you figure it out.
It is. But this is you control you control what the staff gets paid that way, right?
Yeah. Yeah, me.
Yeah. All right, all right. So you're making designer pieces for the home, for individuals, for accessories, things like that. I've seen some of your pictures on Instagram, and you've got some beautiful stuff. This seems
Thank
like it's
you.
not
Thank
only.
you.
I mean, look at that bag. That's fantastic. My wife is going to
Thank
want
you.
that. Just put one
Yeah, it's
side
mud
down.
cloth. Yeah, that is mud cloth and cork, actually. I thought that was a nice combo of my heritage and my current area in America, you know. So cork is it's a pretty popular product now that is being incorporated into a lot of accessories. Um, it's it regrows. It's good for the earth to use that cork product instead of traditional textiles. And then the mud cloth is traditional African fabric. So, and it's gone through the whole process, hand painted, hand dyed. So I thought that was a nice combination um, to produce for people.
So where do you get your ideas from?
Um, Honestly, I'm inspired by textiles. The first college I went to was actually textiles and science. That's the joke that I was obsessed. I used to obsess about textiles, fabric. I used to obsess about fabric. Just I wasn't in the beginning. I wasn't a hoarder of fabric. But actually it paid off. Hey, during COVID. But if I fell in love with fabric, I purchased it. I could spend hours and hours in a fabric store just looking at just the loom process, the dyeing techniques. It yeah, it can become a long discussion with me. So, but I love textiles. I love fabrics. Yeah, I don't even remember what I was talking about. All I remember is fabric.
That's all you need to know,
Sorry.
right? So you mentioned paying off during COVID. You've been doing some really nice work and beneficial work with those fabrics. So you've made a not a full pivot because I'm sure you're still doing some fashion stuff, but you're also making masks. How did that come about?
Um, it was actually a request from a family member, probably about it's like the third week in March. It's like I remember getting an email. First I got a text message, then she sent over the email, and she's located on the Eastern Shore. She lives near BB Medical Center, which is in Rehoboth, Delaware. And they had a request. They had a request for handmade mask, cloth mask. They Their stocks of PPE were getting low, but they just wanted to have masks that were handmade as a backup. So my husband took a picture of me as I was making the mask. And he put it on Facebook. I put it on Facebook, and all of a sudden I started getting all these requests for masks. And I was like, okay, this is strange. I didn't think this would happen. I'm an accessories designer. Oh, wait, Renata, this is an accessory that could be beneficial for people. So
Hmm.
it just actually came out of that, like the request started with donations, and that's why it's still the first thing you see when you come to my page is it's not the shop. It talks about a small blip about COVID, but the first thing people can do is if you're in need of a mask and you work for, and it does say healthcare workers, but I've been sending it to people that work in fast food that said they're scared because they work in the drive-through, and people are coming up without masks. This is one of the customers. She's down in Virginia, and she just wrote this like short, quick email. She's just like, you know, I work for Wendy's, and I have to work drive-through, and I was just like, you're getting it. Don't worry about it. She was just like, I'm not in healthcare, and so I think those people, that's that gap that's not getting it. Yes, healthcare workers need it. They actually need PPE, but people that are like working in grocery stores, even nursing homes. I sent a number to a company called Cheers, a number of their employees. Sent it to police, actually, postal police officers. Uh, there's people that, we don't hear about on TV that need masks. So those are the significant amount of my free donations that I give away. So that's going to be a continual thing that I do. So yeah.
So, how many orders have you filled, do you think, for masks?
I am looking at, I have 76 currently. That's a good thing about doing it through the website. It tells you how many orders there are. But that doesn't, most orders are 2 or 3 masks order. So that math, I don't know.
Yeah.
I
That's a
know
lot
that
of
I'm
masks
over.
there.
Yeah, I'm hitting about 350 because of the donations that like I sent to the hospital, and then the donations that I send out, those are individual and those will get counted in the orders. So the orders that I counted for purchase, it's about 76, and then I'm about to go into my second round of shipment to for free, and then also I wanted to do another big shipment to another hospital.
What a wonderful service you are providing to all of the first responders, and as you pointed out, the people that we're all depending on right now, all the people that are working in food and grocery stores, that are suddenly the most important persons in the world to everybody. So
Exactly.
thanks for thinking of them and taking care of them. That's a wonderful service. Yeah. So what's next for Black Squirrel Company? I mean, obviously, you're probably going to be making masks for a while, unfortunately. The good news is people can have stylish masks from you. Is that looking at this picture you've just included? Is that some children's sizes there too?
Yes, I have a little one, so I had to make her one. And then I started getting requests from other people. They wanted their kids to have masks. And I said, you know what? I'll just go ahead and do it for the masses. And that size pretty much. The current sizes, they can fit kids between like 7 and 8. The adult size, it can fit up children like 7, 8 years old. But those smaller ones are usually for the kids that are like kindergarten and down, maybe first grade, are the smaller masks. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're nicely contoured. So good job on all that. Did you just make up the pattern on your own?
No, I actually, there's she's not I wouldn't call her a vlogger, but she's a social media sensation, Mimi. She's a sewist. I don't know what the technical term would be for her, but she works with McCall. She made a pattern, but I actually altered it slightly because, like say for instance, my husband, he has facial hair. So yeah, the mask that I originally had from her was too small. So I had to go and edit it, but she gave me a beautiful start. Like it's perfect, almost perfect. It was just a little too small for him. So, but I started seeing that happen with a couple other people. So I had to edit it. So then that's where, my design.
Yeah. Speaking as somebody with facial hair, I appreciate that.
Exactly. You're welcome.
So has anything about your business processes changed? I mean, besides obviously you're making a new product, are you still using the same e-commerce platform to take and ship orders? Are you learning new ways of commerce?
Yes, definitely learning new ways. I was actually on Etsy. I'd started on Etsy. It was fine. I sold my accessories through Etsy and Instagram. It was fine. I got a lot of it actually, because of that format, I ended up getting a lot of custom orders. But then, so I just, I looked further into the website that I already had, and they had an e-commerce side. So like Low Country, I was selling that via Etsy and Instagram. But I had to take on a new platform. So I use the e-commerce portion of my website now, and I find it's more organized. Like now people are trying to hit me, old customers are trying to hit me up the way they used to on Instagram and Facebook. And I'm like, no, sorry, I have to do it all through the website. It's more organized. It saves my mind. I can keep everything. Yeah, it's been a lifesaver. So yeah, I mean, I think this has actually helped me become a better business person because it's organized me. Um, you would think I would have had it from a military experience, but that I work with both sides of my brain, and sometimes it's like a war up there. So I'm glad I'm using the e-commerce site. It keeps me organized, and then also shipping. So that's a new thing that I'm learning because before, because of the cost of my products, it was just easier to I gave free priority shipping, just going to, the post office and get a priority mail. And then also, oh, I love that bag. I remember those. Also people used to be able to come to my house and pick it up, or I would drop it off at their home. Especially Ward 8, when Ward 7 and 8, I would drive it right to them. But since the epidemic, I actually still do allow some people to come to the house. They call before, and then I put it out on my porch. But yeah, definitely I'm learning the United States postal system. Learning how to
Ins
ship.
and
I
outs.
just got my new shipping. That's changed my world. Changed my world.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and what a learning curve. What an abrupt change
Yeah.
businesses like yours have had to go through to learn all these things. And it sounds like you're doing a phenomenal job moving all of that over. So congratulations on that. As you
Thank you.
look
Thank you.
forward, because knock on wood, this new semi-normal, we hope, isn't going to last forever. So as you
Mhm.
look forward, what aspects of the business that you're learning now do you see taking with you as you move forward and go back into traditional design, whether it's accessories or interior design items? What do you think you're going to keep? And what do you think you're going to keep doing? And have you seen new things that you can do that you haven't even started yet, but that you want to implement down the road?
Well, I definitely want to keep my customers. Hopefully I can
Well,
transition these
yeah.
customers that have purchased these masks. They can see the quality of my craftsmanship and the quality of the fabrics, the textiles, and they want to purchase, say for instance, a purse. Or even if it's just I don't know, a clutch. Hopefully this will transition. I can take those customers from the mask to other accessories that I have that possibly be for them or their home. Processes that I'm going to take forward, definitely, I'll most likely definitely be keeping the e-commerce site. It's and maybe have one or two things on, say for instance, Instagram, but it'll be definitely streamlined through my site. Yeah, that definitely the process has helped me. With the speed that I have to get things out because mailing is taking so much time. It's made me a more effective sewer. So I think, yeah, definitely that process of e-commerce and prayerfully the customers. I'll be able to take that forward.
I don't think you're going to have to worry about that. You got good stuff,
Thank you.
Renata. It's beautiful, beautiful products.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
so for everyone listening, can you tell everybody where they can find your items,
As
your
you can
website, your
find
social media?
Yep. It's Black Squirrel Company on Instagram and on Facebook. And then additionally, you can go on blacksquirrel.company. Yes, it's blacksquirrel.company, not .com. It's blacksquirrel.company. Yeah, you can purchase items there. You can send people that need masks, definitely send them. and have them fill out the form for me. And then they'll get a mask also. And then for Mother's Day, I'm definitely going to have more of my accessories back on the site. I'll be putting some small items for Mother's Day on there. Some will coordinate with masks. I'm a fashion designer. Hey, you gotta understand. Like
Yeah.
say for instance, the Low Country collection, I already started making masks for that. And I had actually one of my customers, she already purchased it to go with her, one of her purses that she purchased. So yeah, definitely going to be incorporating uh, my accessories back into the site, and they will coordinate. Some will coordinate with the mask, others won't. People are going to still have to shop. When they go grocery
All right.
shopping, most women carry
Yeah.
purses. So
Yeah.
why not have a matching purse and mask? Hey.
There we go. I don't think that's too much to ask. You're
No.
gonna have to go through a pandemic. You might as well do it in fashion. Yeah.
Yeah. Why not? It
In
makes you
style.
feel
Yeah,
good. And
why not?
fashion always makes you
That
feel good.
There we go. There we go. Well, Renata Phillipe from Black Squirrel Company, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for doing what you're doing with the donated masks. I think, one of the wonderful things that we're seeing small businesses do is really give back to the community. You're not just figuring out ways you can make money, but your small businesses all over the district are figuring out ways they can help.
Help.
Um,
Exactly.
so
Exactly.
we hope that all of our listeners remember that it's small businesses throughout the area that are staying true to their community and giving back to their community. So we as a community need to make sure and we are supporting our small businesses. So thank you for joining us today. Again, Renata Phillipe from Black Squirrel Company, blacksquirrel.company. Thank you once again for joining us, and we'll be talking to you again soon, I hope.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
please. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.